My check. What's up, guys? It's your girl, Lizzie E. Lizzie E. Jeb, Lizzie from Comet, a.k.a. Forever Baby. And you have entered the Smart Dumb Girl podcast. You made a good decision today. You made a good decision today. And we have a topic today that just sprung in my spirit. It is the ways of the 1/3. But before we get into that, y'all know me. We have to give it up to B-I-G-D-O-G. That's God. That's my guy. That's my guy. So we're going to give some thanks to God for all the great things he does for us and me and you and all of us. And then we're going to get into this topic. God, we thank you today for air that we can breathe. We thank you for the sunshine. We thank you for the floor that doesn't cave in. We thank you for the roof and the ceiling that doesn't fall in. We thank you for this mic I'm speaking on. We thank you for the person listening. We thank you for the person sitting next to them. We thank you for the person's heart and their mind. We thank you for all the good people. We thank you for the bad people because they show us you, God. We thank you for the dogs, the cats, the birds, all of that. We thank you for everything. You are so amazing, and we are so thankful. Shout out to B-I-G-D-O-G-O-D. Why did I want to say dog for? Because dogs are so cute. They love you like they're God. Anyhow, I want to get into this topic real fast about the ways of the 1/3. This was motivated. I just went for a walk. I had to go walk my dog. And you know me, I cannot walk outside without having to deal with the 1/3. I am a high-ranking God warrior. So the 1/3 love messing with me, okay? It's a part of my journey. I have accepted it. I understand when you are a higher ranking on God's team, the 1/3 are going to always be talking about you, slandering you on your body. That's just what it's going to be. And if you're a real one, you're a God body, you expect it and you respect it, right? So what I'm realizing is now when the 1/3 comes playing around, playing their 1/3 games, I just get motivated to expose them. I'm on my Jay-Z shit. You know when he was like, yo, listen, you think you about to be sitting here carrying me? I'm going to expose you for the pieces, the pools you niggas is. So we're going to talk about the ways of the 1/3. Hopefully it equips people with information that they can know how to deal with them. So you can recognize when a 1/3 is in your face trying to do some 1/3 vibrations to you. So the first thing 1/3 do, the first thing is they are gigantic spiritual manipulators. They love to play spiritual games. They love to confuse people with via spiritual vibrations. What I mean, you know, the 1/3, they love to wish bad. They love curses, hexes, brujas, witches, warlocks. They love to curse and to wish bad and to separate. They use a lot of their spiritual manipulation to cause confusion and to separate people, to embed fear in individuals. Number 2, they love to confuse. The 1/3 loves to do things to people and then make it seem like it's another party. I go through that all the time. Listen, the 1/3 is always doing some weird tactics, coming around me, doing some weird bull crap. And then what they do is they call up people and make it seem like I'm the one doing something and I just can't bothering them. Like I just walk down the street and say, you know what, let me go mess with somebody because I don't got nothing better to do but go mess with someone. But that's what the 1/3 does. They confuse. In the good book, it says that the devil comes to lie, steal, and confuse. And the 1/3 are descendants of Satan because the 1/3 are the angels that fell from heaven when God kicked Satan's ass out of heaven and sent him right here down to earth. So they love to confuse. They love to make things that are nothing something because to them, it is something. To them, you walking in at a certain time means something because that is what they do to basically spiritually manipulate people. But they have to deflect. They have to project it because if they don't do so, people will begin to fear the 1/3 and not the 2/3. So going up to number 3, the 1/3, they always love to run in packs. Not saying that if you run in packs that you are a 1/3. just saying that if you have any of these other characteristics, maybe the pack you're running with are 1/3. They cannot be solo because they need the pack to reinforce their lies. Listen, lies have to be pushed. Propaganda has to be pushed. It has to be spread. For news to be able to become in the news circuit and to go viral, they have to have many people saying the same thing, because to the average person, that makes it true. So they have to run in packs so they can pursue their initiative by reinforcing their misinformation and the things they're saying. They need more than one person to say what they're saying. See, because when you're lying, you can't trust time. You have to make sure that you push it as fast as possible, because you don't want the truth to catch up with the lies. So they always have to run in packs to reinforce their initiative. Number 4, the 1/3 loves hypersurveillance. They love to bug, watch, video, plot, come where you at, because they like to stalk. They like to try to enter and project people's energy. And if they don't know where you are, then they can't do that. So they love to be able to, track your whereabouts, where you're going, so then they can implement their negative schemes. That is a big part of the 1/3 control. They need to know. They want to have the all-seeing eye like they're God, because their whole entire thing is to be in his likeness. It's to show people that, we don't believe in God, so we don't want you to believe in God. So what they do is they love to hyper-surveil. They love to stalk and plot. Number 5, they love to talk about people. They love to slander, propaganda, and lie on people. Again, the devil comes to what? Lie, steal, and destroy. So the way they reinforce the confusion is the lies they tell. They love to microanalysis things that aren't even what it is, try to project ideas in people's head, because what they love to do is to instill fear in individuals. Their main objective is to destroy connections. And how do you do that? Well, you instill party in one or two parties. You instill fear in one or two of the parties. The 1/3 love to gossip, slander, talk bad. They love grapevines. They love to do so. They love it. That's what they like to do. They enjoy making up narratives about individuals, lying on their name, assassinating characters. They enjoy it. And they need the numbers, that's why they run in packs, to reinforce these narratives that they make up. Because, again, they're so scared the truth will catch up with them. Number 6, the 1/3, they are threatened by truth tellers. Threatened. They are always threatened. And because they're threatened by truth tellers, they love to give the impression that truth tellers are jealous of them. They are always threatened, so they're always on the prowl, hence the hyper-surveillance. They always are watching because they have to watch what is threatening to them. What does an animal do to a predator who's in their perimeter? An animal who thinks that another animal is a predator, they watch them. They watch them through their peripheral, they watch them through the side eye, they watch them. They have to do so because they are always threatened. Always. Number 7, they love to imitate people. They love to wear what you're wearing, do what you do, have your hair how you have your hair. They love to wear the same color you're wearing. They love to try to do what you're doing. So if you start a podcast, they want to start a podcast. If you wear a color for one day, they watch you through the hyper-surveillance because they want to wear the color. They love to do those weird things. If you like something and now they like something, because they like to do imitation because they love to try to destiny swap. That's a whole other conversation. We're going to talk about that later. There's this girl, please go check her out. I rock with her hard. I mean, she kind of almost turned, but I still rock with her. She is the level up guru. She has a great video about destiny swapping. But the 1/3 loves imitation. And baby boy and baby girl, imitation is not flattery. Now, they enjoy it. That's what they do. So you ever see something, you wearing something, and now one of the 1/3 is wearing what you're wearing. They watch you because they want to imitate you. And last but not least, the 1/3, they love They love to try to destroy connections. That is their main initiative, is to destroy connection. They don't want people coming together. They don't want friends being friends. They don't want lovers being lovers. They don't want families being families. And you can tell in the Black community that the 1/3 enjoys targeting the Black community. Hence why the Black family structure is so destroyed. They love to destroy connections. They enjoy it. So, now that we got that out and ending in Revelation, I want to give you some equipment to know when you're dealing with the 1/3. Most definitely when you're dealing with the 1/3 who is attempting to change your ideology or your outlook on a 2/3. Now the 2/3 are the angels who stayed in heaven. And myself, am a descendant of the angels who stayed in heaven, the good souls, the righteous, the ones trying. Let me tell you about God. This is one of my favorite sayings I made up for myself. This is the truth, I promise you. For Satan, you have to be perfectly evil. But for God, you don't have to be perfectly good. And that's what the 1/3 doesn't like, that God is so merciful. But when you're the 1/3, there's no hope for you. There's no mercy for you. There's no understanding for you. You're out. You're going straight to hell, or you're reincarnating into the same 1/3 demonic ass person over and over again. So your main initiative is to confuse. So how do you know if you're dealing with the 1/3? Well, the 1/3 will continuously have another person's name in their mouth. They will always, daily, on a regular basis, be speaking negative about another human being who is not bothering them. They don't tell stories. They report. They are what we call chatty patties, informants, informer boy, informer girl, snitches, rats, mouses, informants, Bill O'Neill individuals who watch and plot, and then they report. Number 2, they're always trying to make you fear another individual. They always want you to micro-analysis things that make no sense. As my daddy would say, they want you to micro-analysis stupid shit. And I'm guilty. Sometimes the 1/3 be messing with me, they be having me looking at shit. I'm like, what does this mean? Does this mean something? Because they make everything mean something. They make everything some form of symbolism because what they want to do is instill fear. Number 3, they always, again, are making you fear something that is frivolous. They want you to micro and to be hyper vigilant about everything because that's how they can confuse. And lastly, to know you're dealing with the 1/3, they never have the possibility to change your mindset about an individual or a situation. They are pretty locked in on being gun-ho about what their initiative is. See, the righteous can stand corrected. The righteous can say, you know what, I didn't know, so and now I know something better, because a wise man knows you know nothing at all. The righteous can do that, but the 1/3 cannot. So if you have a person in your energy where it's like they just cannot come to the truth and be like, oh, you were wrong about this. Just admit it, let it go. They're a 1/3. They're going to keep on trying to force that narrative because that's their objective and their initiative. Their biases are more important than the truth. Do you understand? That is the 1/3. So I hope I gave y'all some equipment to know the way that you deal with the 1/3 is you stay prayed up and you don't feed into their small microanalysis. These bullshits, these things that they want to say that matter, they don't matter. God is the ultimate decider. He is the Alpha and the Omega. And he doesn't microanalysis you. You live your life and you do the best you can. And the only thing you fear is him. So stay prayed up. Be mindful. You got that person always having something bad to say about another person, always sitting there, bringing up other people in conversations. Listen, when I talk to people on the phone, we talking about business. You understand? We talking about productivity. You know what I'm saying? The only time I'm bringing up someone, if I'm trying to tell a story, But I'm not going to be daily reporting on nobody because I'm a righteous person. I'm not here trying to pick people apart. And that's another thing. The 1/3 loves to pick individuals apart. They enjoy that. And then when they want to pick people apart and then you identify that they are the 1/3, they love to make claims of you being judgmental. Be mindful of their tactics. Ladies and gentlemen, be mindful. So I hope that helped. I'm going to end this podcast. Go to thesmartdumbgirl.com. Get your bookmarks. Get your teas. Subscribe to the email so you can get, on the email marketing or whatever. And look out for January 5th. We are doing a wonderful show with spoken word entertainment in thesmartdumbgirl.com. Come through, get your interview, perform, get a good vibe, you know what I'm saying? And watch out for the 1/3.